Welcome to part 4 of our practice. So, if you've done the first 3 parts, then you'll be ready to do this one. Okay, so we're going to do 2 vinyasa flows just to get the heat going. And then later on, move towards your belly down poses and your seated ones. Okay, so here goes. We start onto the top of your mat. Okay, toes slightly apart, heels also slightly apart. Okay, so you want the outer edges of your feet just parallel to the outer edges of your mat, like the number 11. Okay, as you inhale, lift both arms up. Okay, so you're not going to put 2 palms together, so they're just going to be onto the side of your ears. And as you exhale slowly, go squat as if you're going to sit down onto a chair. So this is your chair pose. Okay, fully extending both arms by the sides of your ears. Great. You can sit down lower if you can, otherwise it's okay. Just keep your knees behind your toes at all times. Okay, so just simply slide the hip bone back just a bit more. As you exhale, fingertips down. If you can touch the floor, good for you. Otherwise, no need to. Drop the head, the look between your knees in this forward fold. Inhale, lift up, halfway, smoothing the spine to fully extend forward. As you exhale, all 10 fingers down, step the left heel back, back knee goes down. Inhale deep. When you exhale, right knee towards the back. Okay, keep your toes curled under and sit back over your heels. Keeping all 10 fingers down and pushing your shoulders wide and away from the ears, keeping your arms straight, your arms active. Begin to straighten the legs for downward facing dog. Breathe. Trying to drop the heels down further and further towards the floor. Breathe. Inhaling deep in through the nose and out through the nose only. As you inhale, look forward. Step this left foot in between the hands. Back knee goes down. Breathe. Inhale and exhale here. As you inhale, just simply step this right foot in between the hands, lift it halfway. When you exhale, bow deep, bow forward. Remember, you can half bend your knees if you cannot fully straighten the legs. As you inhale again this time, squat the hip really low. And inhale, reach the arms by the sides of your ears, your back to chair pose. Breathe, inhale. Exhale here. Inhale deep. Remembering to keep your knees just behind your toes. And inhale, straighten up to standing. Exhale, hands to the heart. Inhale again. Raise the arms by the sides of your ears. Okay, palms shoulder width distance apart. Exhale, slide the hip back as if you're going to sit down on towards the chair. Okay, keeping your knees just in line with your ankles. So as if you're squeezing a golf ball in between them. Inhale. As you exhale, straighten the legs, drop the head down, fold over. Inhale again, lift up, halfway, fully straightening the upper body. All 10 fingers down. Step the right heel furthest to the back, back knee goes down. As you exhale, follow along with the left knee. Keep your toes curled under and sit back over your heels for child's pose. Keeping all 10 fingers active, your shoulders wide and away from the ears, your arms fully engaged. Straighten the legs. We go downward facing dog. Inhale deep. Exhale fully. So you should be feeling that maybe at the back of your thighs, the base of your ankles, the back of your calves. Breathe. And as you inhale, look forward. Step the right foot in between the hands, back knee goes down. And then simply step into the right foot and left foot to follow onto the front of your mat, lift up halfway. Exhale, you go fold over. Ready for chair pose? Squat the hip low. And inhale, Keep your arms by the sides of your ears, straighten them up. And inhale, stand up. Exhale, hands to the heart. Now to prepare to go down onto the floor, inhale, reach the arms up, look up. Exhale, squat the hip low, chair pose. Drop the head down, the fingers down, forward fold. Inhale to lift halfway. When you exhale, all 10 fingers down, step the left heel back, the right heel to follow. Then you go drop your knees, drop your chest and your chin. Extend the legs towards the back. Okay, you can sway your heels side to side just to massage your upper thighs. And as you exhale, keep your hands by the sides of your chest. And as you inhale, you're just going to show your heart to the front wall. Okay, so just up to the heart level. Okay, look forward and squeeze the shoulders towards the back as if somebody is pulling your elbows towards your toes. Breathe. And as you inhale, we're going to go mid-cobra. So you're going to lift only up to where your ribs are still touching the floor. The base of your ribs are still touching the floor. And then you're still going to squeeze your elbows towards the back as if somebody's pulling them again towards your toes. Keep the belly pulled in, and you'll notice the more that your belly pulls in to engage and support the low back, the better you're able to lift your torso up. And as you inhale again, this time really push down onto the floor and lift through the heart up towards the crown of the head, like somebody's pulling your neck upwards towards the ceiling. So do not crank the neck to the back. Just keep it lengthening upwards. And the more you pull the belly in, the better this feels for you. Okay? Otherwise, you'll be cranking the low back as well. Inhale deep. And as you exhale, slowly lower the chest, the chin down. Then this time, inhale again. Lift the heart towards the front wall, so it's a very low cobra. Then put your right forearm down and the left forearm down. Settling the elbows just below your shoulders. Breathe. So this is Sphinx pose. Okay, so you don't want to be pressing your shoulders to your ears, so pop your neck away from them. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale deep. Exhale fully. So belly button still pulling into your spine, even in this pose. Last breath. As you exhale, you go chest and your chin down. Then you go put your hands by the sides of your hip bones. Your palms facing up towards the ceiling. As you inhale, imagine somebody pulling your hands towards your toes, lifting them away from the floor. Inhale, heart forward towards the front wall. And if you can, you want to lift your toes away and stretch your legs to the back wall. So the fingers, the toes, they want to go pull towards that back wall, and your heart wants to push itself towards the front wall. Breathe. Inhale and exhale. Last one here. Inhale and exhale. Slowly, slowly, slowly release. Look at the right side. One cheek down. Breathe here. Check that your neck feels fine. And as you exhale, look the other side. Towards the left. Inhale. And exhale here. Last one. Inhale. As you exhale, go chin down, palms down, curl the toes under, and rebend your knees on towards child's pose. Exhale, straighten the legs on towards downward facing dog. And then inhale, right knee in towards your chest. Put your right knee between the hands. And exhale the left knee, cross it towards your right shin, and extend both legs in front. So now we have transitioned to our seated poses. Okay, so inhale, peace sign fingers on towards your big toes. So if this feels too much and the back of your legs are already talking to you, then you want to be bending the knees slightly, okay, this way. So I have my toes and my heels still slightly apart. I feel like it works better when there's a bit more distance there, okay? But if you prefer the toes and heels to be together, no problem, okay? Grip, peace sign fingers onto the big toes. When you exhale, you want to be pressing the belly on towards your thighs and bow forward. Inhale, exhale here. So right away, you feel this expanding the back of your pelvis. Inhale and exhale here. Inhale deep and exhale steady. And on the next breath, you can stay here or work the right sit bone towards the back, left sit bone a little towards the back with your knees slightly bent. You can still move it down forward. Okay, fold over further. Inhale, look towards your toes. Okay, so you either settle here or work the right hip back, walk the left hip again towards the back, and see if you can work with both legs fully extended. Otherwise, stay in the previous pose and bow the head forward. Deep breaths here. So the breathing actually helps you get your muscles into the pose. Get them really used to this pose in a relaxed manner. So your body actually responds only to as relaxed your breath is, then your muscles tend to ease into their poses as well. And inhale, palms by the sides of your knees or by the sides of your hips to lift up into an L sit. Okay, so you're sitting like the letter L. Now you want to put your palms just by the sides of your hips and press your palms down so that you feel like the sides of your shoulders, they lengthen. And then the back of your head press back as if you have the wall directly behind you. Breathe. So you want to fully straighten the spine, fully lengthen the neck, the sides of your shoulders. So do not bend or curl the upper back to get your hands to touch the ground. It's okay if they float a bit away, no problem. Then you just want to work on lengthening the sides of your neck and really squeezing your shoulder blades towards each other, broadening the collarbones, keeping the spine strong and long. And as you exhale this time, work the palms one palm distance away from your buttocks. You measure one palm and then walk it back just a bit more. Okay, so from here you keep your spine long. Okay, now your toes and your heels go together, and then you squeeze your heels down to lift your hip up slowly. Okay, if this feels too much, you can skip it. Okay, or maybe you can just bend the right foot in and the left foot in this way. So this is just a modification. You still want your legs as straight as possible if you can. Okay, toes down on towards the floor and hip presses up. So it's a reverse of your plank position. So very nice to work on this one. And as you exhale, slowly send the hip down. Work your hands towards the front. Breathe. Toes towards your face. So you're just going to rest here. Inhale deep and exhale. on your next breath, you want this right foot to end up, so I'll face the front, right foot to end up just inside your left inner thigh. Okay, then you're going to walk your hands forward. Okay, if you can touch below the knee, then go for that. Okay, any part of your left leg you can touch, and then begin to pull your chest towards it. Okay, hands can be by the sides of your left foot if you still can. Breathe. And one more inhale and exhale here. Before you go, lift up and do the other sides. But face this way so you see better. Left foot inside your right inner thigh. Okay? And then begin to work your hands forward. Okay? So there might be some discomfort that arises from this pose, but just know that when you begin to breathe in a relaxed manner, your muscles tend to soften as well towards the pose. Okay, so remember to always breathe. You can touch below the knee, by the sides of your feet. Okay, you can even bind if it's available to you. But for now, we'll just stay here. Pull the leg and the chest towards each other. Breathe. Inhale. Exhale here. Inhale deep. Last one. And lift back up. Okay, so we'll do one more seated pose. So you want your right foot outside your right hip line. Okay, inhale, lift. And exhale, same thing. So you can put your palms this time by the sides of the floor if it's too much. Okay, if this is already pulling a lot on the back of your left leg, you can stay here, or you can still grab the sides of your feet, the sides of your calves, your choice, and bow deeply as far as you can. But remember, only up to a point where you can breathe properly. Okay, if you're already huffing and puffing, it means you're overworking yourself already. The goal of having your own practice is to really be able to listen to your body, be able to adjust according to what it needs for the day at the time that you're practicing. So no use speeding your body along too much. Okay, so for the next side, you want the left foot again outside your hip line this way, and exhale, bow forward. So grab anywhere from below the knee to the sides of your feet. Breathe. And you want to work on balancing. You don't want to be tipping over to the right side. So keep sending your weight a little more to the left to keep yourself up and balance over both hip bones. And inhale, lift back up. Okay? And we're going to just add in the butterfly pose. Okay? Both feet together, knees out wide. Okay? Grab a hold of the bottom of your feet, lift them halfway. And as you exhale, send the elbows to the sides of your thighs, sides of your shins, and bow forward. Okay, so do not go way over your limit. Okay, so you just want to work with where you feel that there's effort, but not too much that you're pushing it more than you need to. So you'll know it by listening to your breath. If it's still smooth and steady, then you're moving along just fine. Last one here. And as you inhale, lift back up. Okay? And one last pose. You're going to put your feet wider than hip width distance. Okay? And then slide your hip closest to your ankles. Lift the buttocks up and really press down onto the balls and the heels of your feet like you mean it. So then you're in a full squatted position. Right shoulder inside the right knee, left shoulder inside the left knee, hands to your heart. This is Malasana. Okay, so you look like this. from the front. There. Inhale, exhale here. Inhale deep, exhale fully. Last one, inhale and exhale. Sit the hip back. Okay, and hug your knees. And then rest the chest and the forehead towards your elbows.